Hello, people of Earth. It's your pal, the Orbital Outcast, Rad Gnarly, coming your way with another low-key broadcast. Today we are starting down the road to WrestleMania as we present 2 weeks of television in the MyGM mode of WWE 2K22. But first, I'd like to say hello to everybody in chat or checking us out on VOD. What's up, woo-woo? No matter where or when you happen to be in this great big old world of ours, we're happy to have you with us. We hope the day finds you well. Oof. Get over here. China time. All right, just for you, I'm going to make sure to book China if she's healthy. Let's get to the GWA offices, see how everybody's doing this week on the roster and beyond. Let's take a look first off at the rivalries that we were left with coming out of the pay-per-view that we just did last week. So coming out of last week's pay-per-view, where I think all 5 matches, or 4 out of the 5 matches were able to be resolved at the pay-per-view, so that helped push the show to a higher sort of quality level. Whoops. Yeah, he dropped his vape pen. And coming out of it, we got 3 level 2 rivalries. Shotzi and Liv Morgan, Mia Yim and Bianca Belair, and then Shayna Baszler and Kaylee Ray are back at it against each other again. So let me get that out of the way. And let's also take a look at the requirements that not necessarily requirements, but the promises that we have made to our talent. So Liv Morgan wants to main event this week, so we'll put her and Shotzi in a match together, no problem. Kaylee Ray wants a grudge match against Shayna within the next 3 weeks, no problem. We have them in a feud, so that's going to happen. Rhea Ripley wants a match against Indy Hartwell because she said in a private message, just trust me, put me in a match with her, you won't be disappointed. So what I'm going to do there is try to spin up Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm into a feud with our forever tag team champions, the Hartwell Foundation, Indy Hartwell and Natalya. So we can try to spin that up and peak that at WrestleMania. This is already an in-progress feud that we're building up to WrestleMania, so no problem. Another feud that's in progress that we're going to build up to WrestleMania, so no problem. What we need to do is get a feud cooking for our champion, Naomi. Let's check there. Stamina is going to be an issue here. Well, popularity we need to check first as well, because we're supposed to feature a match with our least popular superstar. So Alexa Bliss, come on down. So we'll put Alexa Bliss in a match against someone. Perhaps against China if she's doing okay. 54 stamina. Might be all right. Who's the worst stamina-wise? Way down here to 43. They're busy this week as well. So we're leaving Rhea Ripley off of this week. So that's why we're going to wait and do that start that tag feud next week. They're doing okay. Are you ready to main event at a 51 stamina? You better be. You have no choice. Okay, China's at a 54 as well. Yeah, some of the superstars, a lot of them actually are just coming off of feuds. Oh yeah, we just hired Mr. McMahon because I'm going to get I have the novel idea, even though it's fighter versus fighter, and they might not like that so much. To put Mr. McMahon up there against Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania, to finally have the boys get a chance to wrestle a match for our promotion after 49 weeks of just cutting promos. And it's going to be 49 weeks of just cutting promos because I'm going to book this feud in the following way. Week 1, McMahon calls out Austin. Week 2, Austin calls out McMahon. Week 3, McMahon calls out Austin. Week 4, Austin calls out McMahon. Week 5, they fight. And we'll see what happens. Unless, and I'm only actually running this feud up betwixt these two fellers because I'm assuming, and I don't know why I'm assuming this, but I'm assuming that because WrestleMania is technically the largest show of the year and now takes place over 2 nights, that even in this GM mode where I normally have 5 matches for a pay-per-view, for whatever reason, I have nothing to back this up, and don't tell me, don't spoil it in chat if you know, because I don't want to look it up, I just want to see. I'm assuming for whatever reason, I get 6 matches at the WrestleMania pay-per-view in this game. Probably not, but just in case I do, I just kind of want to have this McMahon-Austin feud in my back pocket, which I just think is a delicious thing to try to spin up just in case, if you know the history of how this feud in particular not only saved, but helped reshape that company into the juggernaut it is today. As we play it's like 35th or 40th video game. Anyway, we promised Liv a main event, so before we do anything else, let's get that underway. So let's put Shotzi in the second. No, let's put Liv in this side, and let's put Shotzi over here. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Way down here. They are not very popular, but we wanted her in the main event, and so here they are. They're in a level 2 rivalry. I'm not going to do anything with their... It's just going to be a match at a level 2. That's all we can hope for. What else can we do here? Shayna Baszler and... Where's Kaylee Ray? Unfortunately, cycling people on and off of television. Just destroying. Wow, 80 pop for Shayna. Huh. And she's just been doing run-ins, if I'm not wrong. That's wild. So again, we're just booking them as normal matches for the moment. We're going to figure out what else we need to do. Okay, I'm failing the commissioner goal, which is this week to have your least popular available star booked for a match, which gives us a Injury Rehab 3 card. Let me just go over to my power cards and see if I have any of those. I already have 4, so I don't necessarily need to fulfill the commissioner goal this week. So I do need to try to start a feud for Naomi, who is our world champion. Let's see if I can maybe put her in a tag match. Let's put some baby faces over here. Popularity, Naomi. Okay, they've tagged together a bit, so that's fun. The problem is this is going to be way more popular than my main event. Unless I put it opposite. Let's see, I might put this opposite the opening match, depending. I'm going to try to, and this might be counterintuitive, because I've been going so hard up to this last stretch toward WrestleMania. I'm trying to pull back the reins a little bit so that I can keep everyone's stamina okay and keep the people I need on television at least active on the show enough that I can maybe have their popularity, or at least the popularity of my main stars, up in the 90s by the time I hit the final pay-per-view. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. To that end, I'm actually going to be booking the smaller arena on the way there, because you can get an extra weekly bonus in terms of show quality. So I'm going to be sacrificing the ability to make more money by having more fans in the arena, but the television show is technically going to be better, so I'm hoping that helps my overall spread and reach and fan base, because we're going to be hemorrhaging fans all the way through WrestleMania as we do, since the multiplier is like we retain 0.96, like we retain 96% of our fans each week, so we have to try to make enough fans in a weekly broadcast to to account for that. So like we lose our 4% of fans or whatever it is, and then they all right, then they apply the ones that we've made, and I don't know how it works out exactly, but we have to like figure out a way, because it can't possibly be like, oh, you retain this many fans and then not add the new fans on top, right? Like that wouldn't make sense to like add the new fans and then say, oh, you added them and then didn't retain all of them. Anyway, however they calculate it, it's getting trickier and trickier to hang on to people. Okay, big bad heels. Here's my most popular heel. So, oh, your stamina's terrible though. Asuka's not involved with anything. Excuse me 1 second. Okay, thank you. Just had to get off screen and cough there. They're in a feud. Okay, what are they? Fighter, specialist, cruiser. So it's gonna be... I'm gonna put Naomi in here with some other people, and I might just throw in a run-in by Charlotte to try to start something between Naomi and Charlotte for the pay-per-view, and then move that to promo so Charlotte can recover a bit. Naomi is probably okay, but let's put her against some less than popular heels. Let's see. Sammy George. Oh, I can put Alexa back in this, no problem then. So, purposely, I am picking not so popular heels here. There, Sammy can go in here. There, just to have this match with the run-in, Charlotte running in on our champion Naomi to try to start a feud there. That also inadvertently satisfies the commissioner goal of having our least popular superstar, which is Alexa Bliss, involved in a matchup. So I'm going to finalize finalize this match, I'm going to move it up here. And the reason I'm doing that is that I'm going to turn this one into a tables match, which is our tiniest, like just the tiniest gimmick match. So we're doing that because it's a level 2 feud. We have the Bruiser fighter. This fight will be especially good, like complementary fighting styles between the two fighters. Shayna Baszler is an expert at tables matches, so I'm hoping that, plus the rivalry, plus everything that has going on, and Shayna Baszler being an 80 in popularity with Kaylee Ray's 58, helps to put it over what is essentially just a regular match. Like if this is a 3-star and this is also a 3-star, I'm fine, but I don't want like a huge gap in star ratings. And I'm hoping that this one, based on the fact that it's an active rivalry with a little bit of pizzazz thrown in with that tables angle, will help make it a higher rating than this. Same as our main event, I'm going to turn into a tables match. So between the 2 tables matches and the run-in, I already have 3 sort of extra things going on. And I'm just going to do another tag team match here, I think. Let's see. Oh, don't worry, Steve. Steve and Vince are going to get into it. Don't you worry. Let's go by Stamina, who's doing well. So Mickie James isn't really doing much at the moment. They're here for 2 more weeks. That's nice. Nice to see you. We can team them up with... let's go Stamina again. Who just has a lot of pep and is ready to go. Tony's not doing anything, but I have something in mind for Tony and Rhea Ripley next week. So we're going to leave them alone. Babyface. Nikki Ash is kind of is a permanent team member with Tamina, so leave them alone. Let's put Xylee in here. Let's put some heels together. Let's see. They're involved with Mia Yim. Do I have anything booked for that? 1 second, let me scroll down. I have a call-out promo book for that, but I can always change that. Stamina's low. I'm just trying to pay attention to stamina for this particular week. So the smartest thing to do is Becky and Dakota. Give everybody else the weeks off, except for the person interfering. So, whom do I want to start a feud with betwixt these 4? I don't think anybody, to be perfectly honest. I think I just want to put a match here. Oh, dang it. I backed out too far and it disappeared on me. Hang on 1 second. Let's see if we can put this back together. Mickie James and her tag team partner Xylee in there against Becky. And was it Becky and Dakota? Was that it? Did I get that right? Hang on 1 second. Was it? It was already Becky. I'm pretty sure. It's not gonna be those 2. They're champs. Not gonna be Asuka. She's busy. Yeah, I'm gonna leave everybody off because they have stuff to do. Okay. Okay. Now finalize it. There we go. So Charlotte is running in on that one on Naomi to try to start a feud with our tag team champion, with our world champion, who's just having a feud in the middle, or having a tag match in the middle of the show. And then up here we've got Becky Lynch and Dakota against Xylee and Mickie James. Mickie James and Charlotte just had a feud. Xylee is a fighter. Do I have another bruiser to put her with? Kai is a fighter. Becky Lynch is a specialist, which means she's kind of okay with everybody. Becky Lynch has been starting feuds with people by running in on them forever and ever. So what if we had somebody run in on Becky Lynch? So running in on Becky Lynch. Let's do a baby face that's not doing anything. There we go. Chyna can run in on Becky Lynch. Wait a minute. Did they just feud? Let me check. I have a habit of doing this because they're like, oh, it looks good like they're together. Well, they should be. It should make sense because they just feuded. Nope, Chyna just feuded with Dakota Kai, so she's available to feud with someone else. I'm pretty sure she's feuded with Becky earlier, or at least attempted to. Let's get her back in there though. Or no, her popularity's 70. We're gonna do that. I was gonna say, or should we give it to Nikki or Tamina because their stamina's higher? That's okay. There you go. So we're going to try start something between Chyna and Becky. We're trying to start feuds all over the place, if you haven't noticed. Just to get as much stuff cooking as we can for WrestleMania. And speaking of, newly acquired Vince McMahon calling out Stone Cold Steve Austin as they begin a promo battle that will culminate in the first boys match in our promotion's history at the final show. That doesn't mean we're not going to do charity promos. It just means that somebody else on the roster is going to have to do the charity promo. In this case, it might be Asuka coming in. Heel Asuka coming in to do a charity promo. And then a call-out promo where Belair comes out and calls out Mia Yim to strengthen their feud. Boom! So, this is already an existing feud. We're going to try to get that bumped up to a level 3 by putting these two ladies in a tables match to start us off. And then we have Mr. McMahon taking issue with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Who knows what could possibly be wrong between those two. They're not going to like the fact that it's a fighter versus fighter feud, but I don't care. I just want to get Austin McMahon perhaps at WrestleMania if we have to have a boys match. Tag match in the middle of the show. Trying to spark a feud between Charlotte Flair and Naomi for WrestleMania, as they are our most popular babyface and heel. And again, just filling out the card with the rest of the roster, to be perfectly honest, in a way that we still put out a somewhat decent match with that storyline, but it does not outperform our opener. Asuka's coming out to cut a charity promo. I don't know if she's going to cut it in Japanese or English. I hope she comes out and cuts it in Japanese. We have another run-in on this tag match because we're also trying to start a feud. Trying to start as many feuds as possible because we got 4 weeks of TV before Mania, and we're as many as we can get to level 3 or 4 that we have to choose from to do on the show. I'm very happy with. So another sort of running in place tag match that's only here so that Chyna can run in on Becky Lynch and try to start a feud between those two. And also to try to not outperform the main event, which is an existing feud. We have a call-out promo, speaking of an existing feud, between Belair and Mia Yim, where Belair is going to run down Mia Yim. They're already in a rivalry. They feuded earlier in our calendar year, or earlier in our franchise, with Belair being the babyface and Mia Yim being the heel. Now the roles are reversed, and they're rounding out their careers, feuding with one another, going into Mania. And in our main event, because Liv Morgan requested to be in the main event, it is a one-on-one tables match between these two ladies who are at a rivalry 2. They are not very popular, so we put our less popular of the two tag matches up against it. So I'm hoping that the fact that this is just a tag match, maybe this gets like 2.5, 3 stars. Maybe this gets 2.5, 3 because it's got our champ in it. Maybe this gets 2. Maybe this gets 2.5, 3. Those are my guesses. And those are I think generous guesses, because for all I know, this could be like a 1.5 star match, or this could be because we've got like a 59 and a 48 involved. Anyhow, okay, so building towards our first boy versus boy fight. Charity promo for Asuka, another call out promo. This one for Belair and Yim. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of different work here with the logistics. So we're going to the Thunderdome, so we have a less capacity to earn money based on how many fans we can put in the arena and how much they're spending per ticket. However, a show quality starting at a +8 plus the +9 for the show quality boost beats a +12 that we would get for getting the Big Air Stadium. We're going to get more money if we book this one, but the show we present on television will be of better quality if we go to the smaller arena. So I'm going to use the Thunderdome going up to and into the pay-per-view, where everything else we're going to try to blast out as much as we possibly can. So veteran crew, which is our usual benchmark for the crew level going into a pay-per-view, and we try to hit the McMahon level once the pay-per-view actually happens. This is our first. Honestly, this whole thing's been an experiment, but this week we're trying 4 weeks of conservatively booking television arenas that lead to the pay-per-view. So with 4 optional bonuses lit up, I'm hoping our TV presence just carries us over the edge, and we lose a minimum amount of viewers. Basically, that's it. That's all I'm worried about on the way through. Not really worried about what SmackDown does. I never really have been. I've just been doing my best. So I fulfilled the commissioner goal of having my least popular star in a match. Kaylee Ray Shayna Baszler in a grudge match. I think that's happening this week. Let's just tab over here. Check. Opens the show. Liv Morgan in the main event. Check. Rhea Ripley in a match against Indy Hartwell within 3 weeks. I have 3 weeks to pull that off, and I'm going to book that next week. Tag champs versus Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm to try to get that feud reignited one last time as we head into WrestleMania. So I am very happy with what I have going on here with week 46 in beautiful Miami, Florida. Give me 1 second as I figure out what all these matches are going to be and write them into my overall list here. So just a regular old tag match, quote unquote, where we have Sammy and Alexa against Naomi, our world champion, and Bayley. And we have a run-in. Charlotte on Naomi, our champion, trying to spark a feud there. Charity promo by Asuka. Another tag match between Becky and Dakota versus Xia Li and Mickie James with a run-in. China on Becky. Now, unfortunately, this means you're not going to be able to see these two matches in the middle because of the run-ins. You have to skip them. But all I want, to be perfectly honest, all I want is the feud to get sparked. Anything else can go by the wayside for now. I'm just trying to get as many feuds active and viable as possible as we head into our final pay-per-view. Let's try to put on the best show for the most, emotionally invested, whatever, show I can. Logistics-wise, we're toning down the arenas that we're booking to get the optional bonus to make the show better on the way through. We have purchased and played whatever power cards we can. We have inadvertently fulfilled the commissioner goal. We're going to do 2 out of the 3 promises, with the 3rd one coming up next week. We have a really good track record of keeping promises, by the way, that we make to our talent. I'm pretty sure we're batting 1,000. Okay, confirm that booking. SPs. Let me get myself out of the way. As we are spectating this first match, Shayna Baszler, Kaylee Ray in You Know It, You Love It. A standard here in the 3rd generation, of the GWA. A tables match between Baszler and Kaylee Ray. These two in a heated feud once more. Their second such go-around, I believe. We're finally at the point where we're repeating feuds at the end of the year. Ooh, resoundingly booed is Shayna Baszler.
The following contest is a tables match. Making her way to the ring from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Shayna Baszler.
Our also most popular heel, I would think. Like tied with Charlotte at about 80 apiece for most reviled heel, let's say. And
from Glasgow, Scotland, Kaylee Ray.
I wonder why they cut out their opponent, or you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to say his or her, you just go their opponent or their opponents. It's like 2 lines instead of just going and. I guess for multi-person matches. Mild Shayna chant. Get some respect from the crowd. I don't think she much cares. In fact, it might annoy her, and that could be why they're doing it. Tables match between these two. We've seen several throughout their long history against one another. Nothing ever seems to be settled in this ring. The fight must continue. Until such time as GM mode is over, really. The only thing on their mind is getting to WrestleMania, making that big fat payday. Retiring. The whole league retires at the end of WrestleMania. Oh gosh! Kaylee Ray going for a swanton. These are getting the knees up. You don't see a referee in the ring. That's because one isn't needed. The only way to win this match. I shouldn't need to say it at this point. 46 weeks in. We do them on a weekly basis. Several a show. Put your opponent bodily through a table. Tables do count anywhere. It can be a table at the commentation station, one of the announcers' desks, or one of the many tables provided at ringside, like Shayna just grabbed here. Sliding it into the ring underneath Kaylee Ray, a bit of a reverse magician's trick there. As Shayna ascends to the top. We'll see this out of Baszler often. What does she have in mind here? As Ray is slow to stand. Big double axe handle. Drops her right down to the canvas. Ray not having any of it. Up and over with the head scissors. Hurricane Rana with a release. Ow! Gets dragon screwed into the corner of that metal frame on the other side of the table. Hope she wasn't split wide open over that. Nice! Springboard forearm inside the ropes there from Kaylee Ray. Pinpoint accuracy. The side of the jaw of Shayna Baszler. As KLR now setting up a table in the ring. This match could end in a heartbeat now that it's set up, depending on what happens here. Ooh, had Shayna flipped her in the other direction off the other shoulder, or turned around. Would have caught her on the edge of that table, and that would have been it. Baszler's got an end game maneuver in mind. Let's see if she has the opportunity to pull it off. Kaylee Ray countering with some maneuver of her own. Into the powerbomb, looking to put her through the table. Baszler fighting out. Her turn to organize. Kaylee Ray near the table. Here comes Baszler with the German suplex. Wins the matchup. Shayna Baszler. No replay for you. No replay for you. Shayna with a big meaty win in the tables match. Kaylee Ray disappears. 3.5. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I was expecting a 3, and I'm not expecting the tag match to follow to be higher than a 3. So this could work out perfectly, as now Kaylee Ray and Shayna Baszler is ready for WrestleMania. Just like that, it's at a level 3. Now I have to do my part in sort of managing it so it doesn't like fade back down to a level 1. But I think we'll be okay. If I just put them in an opposite, in like a tag match. If I just keep them on TV for as long as possible. Okay, hang on. The rivalry grows to a level 3 out of 4. Fantastic. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, I'm going to stay on cam for this because this big middle section, all the way to the main event now, is just going to be simulated. Immediately starts a rivalry. Wahahaha! Between Vince McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, I put Vince McMahon and not Mr. Pardon me. How familiar of me. Okay, so a rivalry at level 1. Shayna Baszler, Kaylee Ray, our top rivalry right now. Level 1, Mr. McMahon versus Stone Cold. I wonder how that one will turn out. Crowd loves it, even though they might complain a little bit at the same time, somehow. Okay. All right. Back to week 46. Continue there. Oh, I didn't check. What type of promo was it? Oh, an excellent promo? No way. From Vinnie Mac? Good stuff. All right, tag match. This is all to try to start a feud between Charlotte and Naomi. Let's see what happens.
1, 2,
just a regular tag match. George and Alexa Bliss pick up the win because of it. It's 2.5. Feud doesn't start. Bummer. We're gonna have to try again. Just a match. Asuka with a charity promo. Excellent promo. Plus 5K. Thank you, Asuka. Another mid-card match. Intent on sparking a feud between Chyna and Becky Lynch. Let's see what happens here.
1, 2, 3.
Babyfaces win. Another okay match. No feud sparked. Let's see if I get some message. Let's see if I get messages in my office about, hey, they ran in on me. Let me do something about it. And then maybe the feud goes from there. Promo between Mia Yim and Belair. Oh, I'm sorry. I have it written down. Belair or Mia Yim calling up Bianca, but that is not the case. It is the other way around. So let me probably flip that over. I do know that it puts the feud up to 3 with an excellent promo from Belair. Okay, so now I have 2 feuds at level 3. I can technically have a like B-level pay-per-view show. If I get 2 up to level 4, I can get the max pay-per-view bonuses and stuff. By B-level show, I just mean pay-per-view bonus, but not like the second tier of bonuses, I should say, you know. Okay. That leads us to our main event. Another existing feud here. So those 2.5s in the middle of the card, no problem. I'm expecting this main event to hopefully be a 2.5 or a 3. So if it fulfills that, then we're aces. This is the main event that Liv Morgan requested, demanded. Shotzi, Liv Morgan, level 2 rivalry, another tables match. Let's get down to the ring for this one. Let me get out of the way. With our abbreviated entrances once more. How can you skip the tank? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, as often as possible, let's get this tank on screen.
The following contest is a tables match.
Another big tables match.
Making her way to the ring, representing the Queens, from Oakland, California, Shotzi.
Okay. That's pretty fun. Takes a little while to get down the ramp, though.
And from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan.
All right. More chance for the heel. That'd be a heel section of the audience, I guess, then. Hey, look at that, another tables match. Who'd have thought? First main event of 2 we're bringing you this week. Half an hour into the broadcast. We have another show to book and present, and then a third show to book as we do as much preparation as possible on the road to WrestleMania. Big dive off the top. I don't know how she didn't break her own neck landing across the ropes. Did Liv Morgan, but Shotzi getting the worst of that. Or perhaps not. She seems to have taken over after the maneuver. Oh, they kind of counted that as a clothesline against the turnbuckles, I guess. Very interesting positioning there on that maneuver. Good gravy. A series of strikes there at a Shotzi. The black heart. Oh, not quite a miss. Oh my gosh! Great extension on that. Just about took Shotzi's head off. Liv Morgan going up top. Big splash. Great extension on that. Big splash off the top, but not going to win you the matchup. Wearing Shotzi down to be able to put her through a table. Look at that kid in the front row in the blonde and the pink shirt. Like, couldn't be less excited to be watching this match. Like, does not care. In the pink Stun the World shirt. Front row. Like, just looking up to the heavens like, ugh, when is this over? Worst birthday present ever. As Shotzi puts Liv Morgan in a cattle mutilation. Working on the arms. Ooh. Nice shot by Liv to get free. Slapping the taste out of the mouth of Shotzi. Up and over goes Liv Morgan into a satellite head scissor takeover. Rather elaborate setup there. Shotzi, half her moveset seems to be a tribute to Jeff Hardy, from what I've seen. Had an opportunity to grab a table there. All right. Mulling it over as Shotzi eventually decides to attempt to win the matchup rather than just simply inflict pain on her opponent. And that could cost her as Liv's back to her feet. Oh! Nice leg sweep. STO variation by Liv Morgan. Not satisfied with the table in the ring. Has to insert her own. Blonde kid in the front row finally perhaps getting into it a little bit. There he goes. His expression hasn't changed, like certainly not in his dead eyes. But at least he's feigning enthusiasm now. We've all been there, kiddo. Some of us for many decades. Shotzi, that's an interesting way to get the table back into the ring. Just gets back into the ring and sort of kicks it along with her to get that third table into the ring. Ooh. Morgan with the advantage at the moment. Gonna set a table up in the corner here. Lots of ways to put your opponent through. Wants a table to set up in the ring. Looking to stack two in the corner. No, but able to block Shotzi's running enziguri attempt at the table. Up and over goes Liv to the floor. Now it's Shotzi turn to play constructor set, if she so desires. Opting instead to perhaps take a breather. No, follows her out to the floor here. No countouts, no DQs, no pins, no submissions. You win by throwing or otherwise causing your opponent to bodily break a wooden table. Absurd though it may sound. You can see several of them inside the ring. Any one of them, the implement of one performer's destruction in this matchup. Oh! Complete shot at Liv Morgan. Stuns Shotzi. That is driving the rest of the air out of her lungs with that double stomp. Running knee to the chin off the ropes there. Running code breaker. One kneed code breaker. Shotzi in the corner. Liv's got her up. Looking to lawn dart Shotzi through the table, and she does it. Liv Morgan, your winner.
Here is your
No
winner,
replay for you.
Morgan.
As the crowd chants one more time, which is impossible in a tables match, as she won the match by doing it the first time. Match over. 3 stars. Rivalry goes up. Perfect. Perfect. Rivalry 3. Okay, so all of my level 2 rivalries are now level 3 rivalries. Yes. And I have a new level 1 rivalry in McMahon Stone Cold. So one of the 3 rivalries I tried to start worked. And yeah, that's all I can really say. Yes, ooh, she's very much aping Harley Quinn with this particular look and stuff like that. Yeah, but if you watch a lot of wrestling across various leagues, it's like every promotion has at least one girl that's like, I'm gonna be Harley Quinn. Much like every promotion pretty much has a bad guy who's like, I know, I'm gonna act crazy like the Joker. It just seems to be like if it's in the zeitgeist, it just seems to be part of somebody like gets the bright idea to rip it off for a wrestling gimmick. Oh, to varying degrees of success. Man alive. Ilya Dragunov, JBL is your main event. Go ahead and simulate this whole show. Good booking versus poor opening. They got dinged for having a better mid-card. We did an overall okay show. I also wanted to take it easy on the stamina of as many performers as I could. So that's why these middle matches were just regular tag matches. Okay. Kaylee Ray Shannon was great. Good fit of classes. Mr. McMahon calling out Steve. Lots of stuff being said, which I like. But we still lost 26,000 fans because, again, it's tough to retain them. See, fan retention rate 0.96, so we lose 4% of our fans. New fans, this many. Last week's fans, this many. Retention rate. Total fans, still lost some. So I guess they do add them together and see how many of those. So do you think they, well, no, wait, bed mass. So do they calculate last week's fans first? Like the retained fans from last week and then add the new fans? Let's do the math for ourselves here. Let's figure it out. First, I'm going to add new fans plus last week's fans and multiply it by 0.96 and see if we get the same total fan number, and then I'll do it the other way. Well, let me do it the way I think it works first, which is the last week's fans multiplied, and then that result, you add the 135. Let's see. I mean, that's the way it makes sense to me to work. Times 0.96. That is not the way they're doing it. Plus 135,000. Yeah, I would have way more fans. I would have only lost 3,000 because if they did the retention first and then added the new fans, my numbers are like 3,452. And if instead you do 135,000 fans plus 3455594 equals times 0.96. Way more fan. What a. Okay, so I now added the 135,000 fans, correct, to the number of last week's fans, and then multiplied that by the fan retention rate of 0.96, and that leaves me with 3446, not 3429. Where did those other fans go? I don't know what math they're using to get these numbers. That's very strange. Anyway, the only thing we can hope is that they lost as many fans as we did. We'll check that out very briefly. They lost more fans than we did, so we actually got ahead of them. Okay. We actually widened the gap of the fan base. It's real tough once you get over 3 million fans to like get to that 3.5. No way I'm hitting 4, but it's real tough to get to that 3.5 even, and stay there. Okay, week 47 in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. I have some issues to address betwixt these ladies here. Whatever could be the matter, Mickey James? My contract is up at the end of the week. I'd be interested in staying, but the cost would be $11,000? No problem. Mickey James is with us until the end. Thank you. Hey boss, you've had me benched for a while and I really want to get back in the ring. Don't you have room for me in a match on tonight's card? How about a promo instead? Which he was already scheduled to do. How about a promo? No, I'm here to fight, not run my mouth. I thought we were on good terms, but you're killing my career here. Not true. Small decrease to their morale. Hey boss, I've been talking with Belair a lot lately, and she had this lately she had this great idea that we should team up for a tag match. I think we'd actually make an awesome tag team. Can I convince you to take a chance on us and book us in a tag match in the next few weeks? I'm gonna go sure. Let me just tab over. Yeah, you can have the other tag match slot. So I can do Raquel and Bianca against Mia Yim and Naomi. And then I'm gonna have Charlotte run in on Naomi again. See what happens. Okay, penciled in. Yep, sure. Let's see how that works out. So, Stone Cold not super happy with us. Don't really care, if I'm perfectly honest. There you go. That's what you're here to do. Charity promo. Oh, I can't do that. I'm going to leave that alone for now. So, call out promo. No. You do not get to decide. I am the decider. And I have decided that you're getting called out. Call Stone Cold to Mr. McMahon. This is why I don't usually resign the legends for too long, because then they'll start to complain about their spot and stuff. When I just normally hired them to do charity promos in the first place. Okay, so their charity spot is promo number 2. I don't know what I'm going to do with promo 3 yet, so we'll leave that wide open. Mid-card wise, I thought I would do a non-title. Hang on one second, everybody. There we go. Non-title between our champions. Way down here. Natalia. And championship partner Indy Hartwell against their, who I'm trying to book for their WrestleMania opponents. There we go. So I'm trying to spin that up as a feud. Oh, let me check my journal. I didn't even look. Rest your current champions this week. Already failed. Trains one of your emerging talent to become a permanent senior superstar. No time. Sorry, no time at all. Tag match number 2. Okay. Whoops. Tag match number 2. Okay, tag match 2. We are doing Naomi again. We're doing... Who did I want to team her up with? Mia Yim. Teaming up with Mia Yim. And we'll put you opposite Belair, who's in a feud. And who did she... Raquel Gonzalez, who just came off a feud with Naomi. And we're gonna have Charlotte run in on Naomi. Trying to get her. Trying to get that feud sparked. Now, that's a normal tag match with interference. That's another tag match trying to start a feud with nothing else going on. That's just a straight up tag match. It's just happening. I might... Do I have a fixed match card? I got 2. I might fix that match so that Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm win, so that hopefully that's more incentive for the champions to try to start feuding, or for the challengers to start a feud to try to like get their win back or whatever. What do I actually have to work with here? Sorry, I got a lot of windows going on. Okay, so I booked the 2 matches in the middle, one with a run-in. I booked the call-out promo. What other feuds do I have? A percolating. So that's a level 1, trying to get that to a 2. They're just kind of chilling right now. Mia Yim and Belair are at a 3. Naomi's not doing anything. Raquel's not doing anything. We're trying to get that started. So that's kind of like running in place for the Yim Belair. I'm going to promo. I might leave Shayna Baszler, Kaylee Ray off this week. Same with Shotzi, Liv Morgan. Maybe not. I'm still trying to get stuff started. So that's a run-in on Naomi. What do we have? Shotzi Liv fought last week. Baszler, Kaylee Ray fought last week. Mia and Bianca Belair are involved in this. Specifically because Belair needs to team with Raquel Gonzalez. Okay. I mean, it's not terrible. I don't hate it. But I'd love to start trying other things. Jeez. So this tangentially has feuds involved, but not really. Let me do one call-out promo where Liv Morgan is bad-mouthing Shotzi. Let me do a charity promo in the middle where Shayna Baszler just cuts a charity promo. Because I think that's funny. Okay, hang on one sec. Oh, I got some extra windows open I don't need anymore. There you go, that'll help. Everything else needs to be open. Okay, trying to address my feuds and my enemies. No, I'm trying to address my feuds. Tag. Can do singles. Let's see what tingles. Asuka's not doing anything at the moment. She's a fighter. Do I have a babyface bruiser? Chyna's not doing anything. Chyna Asuka. Honestly, hells yeah. Chyna Asuka. Let's see if we can get that feud going. And Big Pop. Do I have a male do I have a babyface bruiser? No. I got Becky Lynch. I was trying to do Becky Chyna. The other one might work better. Becky Lynch, Mickie James. Let's try that instead. Okay. What do we got? I think that's a better match there. Yeah, I like the way that stacks out. Yeah, I'm okay with that. let's see. That has a run-in, so we're not even going to be able to watch it, but just based on popularity and who's involved and da-da-da-da-da, and the fact that it's a requested tag match, I think that might put it over the edge in terms of the tag team main event. It is going to suck stamina-wise. I'm just going to leave it as a normal match. Our opener between China and Asuka. Their stamina's also pretty low. I'm going to leave it alone. Stamina's decent. This one I'm going to turn into a tables match just to see if it does something. Now that gives me pause about 76. Now I'm like literally going character to character, 64, 72. Overall, way more popular in this one, so we'll leave that structured as is. Because yeah, the only real threat, quote unquote, to popularity in this one is Rhea Ripley. So that's got to run in. This is now a tables match, so I have two specialty or, you know, fixed matches or whatever. I'll take that. Yes, please. I'll take this. Yes, please. And probably end up using that on somebody I don't book today. Check. Check. Those will be... Alright, those are done. Check, check. That was my last one, way down there. Check, check. Stone Cold leaves week 49. I'm going to give him money to stay because he's got to be here for WrestleMania. The small decrease to morale is the first time he's ever had a problem. Okay. That involves some of our biggest stars. So that's fine as is. Trying to start something for Naomi for WrestleMania. This is our last chance to get... This is our last chance to start a feud that will end in time for her to do it. Unless I do some real creative work with the promos, like have Charlotte call out Naomi in promo 1 and Naomi call out Charlotte in the same show. Try to work that. Maybe. That might end up how I have to do it. Trying to start something here, trying to start something here. Trying to, like, just throwing crap at the wall. We have our active feuds are in promos this week, so our show logistics are all over are not, like, we're not gonna get the bonus, so I might as well just book the big arena this time. Okay, I'm gonna try that. I'm trying to get to there. Okay, I can do those two. This is not gonna be a good show. It's definitely a building show. Let's see. I kind of really want to play fixed match and make sure that specifically, who has less popularity, Tony or Rhea? Tony, the one with the lower pop, wins their match today. Yeah, Tony wins their match. Okay, I'm gonna go tables again. See if they can withstand it. Okay, trying to start something here. Trying to start something here with... I've guaranteed Tony the win. Trying to start something here with another tables match. And then just a main event tag with a run-in by Charlotte. So once again, we'll be watching 2 tables matches. Trying to get that all the way to 4 with a promo, and then I can sort of keep it percolating. By putting them in like tag matches or just leaving them off the show for a week and then cycling them back in before the pay-per-view happens. And Stone Cold Steve Austin is not super happy with us, but tough titty. Let's see. I'm not going to get anything, so that's fine. Stage crew by doing 3 special match types, etc., etc. Again, we're going for all the bonuses we can get. I'll go for the money here, so because we get a flat rate of 12 and we get more cash. I don't really know what else to... Oh, I got a Health Spa 3. Who needs that more than anybody else? Shotzi, she is in a feud. 41 stamina. Against Morgan, who's not even listed. Well, they're doing something. Well, they're cutting a promo, so they should be okay. Stamina's good, stamina's good. I'm going to hang on to this. I might need that for my champion next week. So I'm going to hang on to that. Anything else I can do? That's weird. Macho Man's vetoed. I don't know why they would be vetoed. Any permanent stars this week? Oh, none of the... Oh, you can only sell them for max 4 weeks because there's only 4 weeks left. That's great. Same with the free agents, right? Yeah, they all have 4-week contracts. That's great. Oh, Dewdrop! I haven't seen him like this whole time. Very interesting. Okay, backing out of all that. Again, we're doing the best we can with these logistics and stuff. Special match types, run-ins, or GM interferences. Okay, one more something going. Regular tables. No, I'm going to leave it as is. I don't want to... Like, I'm having 2 tables matches as it stands. That's good enough. I did not rest my champions. Okay, so... These things are happening this week, so all of my talent promises are taken care of. It's a slightly bigger and smaller show in certain respects. Less crew, bigger arena, and the special effects and advertising are still top-notch. I think we're going to be okay. Let me write down this whole show if I haven't done so already. Alright, as we limp toward the biggest show of the year. Week 47. Tables match. You know them, you love them. They're cheap to produce and low on stamina cost. China versus Asuka. As we pivot and try to start a feud over here instead. Rhea and Tony versus Indy and Natalia. Fixed for Tony Storm to pick up the win. Then a charity promo from Shayna Baszler. I think it's funny that I'm having our heels cut these charity promos. Okay, match 3 is now match 4. Blink. Match 4. Mia and Naomi against Raquel and Bianca with a run-in Charlotte on Naomi. Wait, back up to match 3, which is another tables match. Becky Lynch versus Mickie James. And the third promo is a call-out promo. Liv Morgan calling out Shotzi to try to maximize their feud. Okay, I'm scrolling back to the last pay-per-view as I do. Or the last couple. Ripley, Becky Lynch. I don't think she's feuded with... I don't think Asuka... I don't think she's feuded with Mickie James, or if she did, it was early on. Or maybe I tried it and didn't stick. Something like that. Anyway, we failed the commissioner goal. I'm not worried about that. We have our stylistic matchups bookending the show with our most popular stars here and there. Yeah, we're doing our best. We are doing our best. Okay, we got some promos going on over here. Okay. I feel good about it. I got a lot of injury rehab cards, so I don't really need to worry about it. See, I could have fulfilled a goal, which I did. I only have 5 of them. Or I could just buy one for 50 grand the next week. Whoop-de-doo. That's okay. So I did that. I gotta remember to play Veto, week 49. Play Veto. Okay. Written into the plans. I'm gonna go ahead and confirm booking from here. Bigger stadium. It did help us lose last time. It did help us lose less fans than the other show. This time we're not going to get the bonus anyway, so we might as well go with the better flat rate on show quality and then open ourselves up to more money. You know, what are you going to do? Confirm that booking is what we're going to do. Get myself out of the way. All right, this is intended to begin a feud between China and Asuka. So yet another tables match. A long and storied history of the GWA. Abbreviated entrances on the way. China, your fave back in the day there, Ulu? Pyro Bazooka is pretty fun.
Is a tables match. Making her way to the ring from Redondo Beach, California, the ninth wonder of the world, China!
It's me! Alright, China makes her way to the ring. Out comes her opponent. The Empress of Tomorrow. And... take your time.
And from Osaka, Japan, Asuka!
Tra-la-la. Off to the ring goes Asuka. Tra-la-la. Another big tables match coming your way. Power on the advantage of China, striking in the advantage of Asuka. How's this thing going to work out? Because Asuka immediately uses the knees to the chin of China to put her down. Kind of leveling the playing field when the way to win is to put your opponent through a table. Don't have to worry about the normal rules of a wrestling match applying, submissions or pinfall. Look at Asuka there, teasing China with a move off the ropes. Hops down, double underhook into the belly-to-belly. Excellent technique there by Asuka on the larger and, as we said, more powerful China. Asuka putting on a wrestling clinic to open this thing up, but here is the power coming into play for the ninth wonder of the world. Oh, breaking that hold with a power bomb. A deadlift power bomb at that. Asuka doing her best to keep China at bay. Hammerlocking the arm. Going to work on the arms, it seems. She hammerlocks it down there into a sit-out powerbomb. She kind of sweeps the legs out from under China, using her own weight and gravity to drive her into the canvas. And she introduces a table into the matchup. This is how you win, and it can happen at any time. The shortest match in the entire history of GWA G3 was a tables match between, I believe, Toni Storm and Raquel Gonzalez. That Toni Storm won with the first move of the match. Big diving elbow off the top for Asuka. Has had the better of China. The surprise of many. Thus far in this contest. China laid out. Asuka laying a table out. Trying to serve China up here and get herself the victory. Oh, China fights free into the inverted DDT. China whipping Asuka into the end of the table there. Trying to catch her pelvis first in the corner. Oh, you could hear the impact of that elbow all the way up here in the commentation station. Trying to position Asuka just so. Bit of an awkward spot at the end of the table. Asuka able to get enough time to recover. Once again jostling for position with the ninth wonder of the world. Back and forth they fight next to this table in the center of the ring. As we said, this match could end at any time depending on the maneuver you do to your opponent and the proximity to the table. 10 beat to the Bowery by China with Asuka in the corner. Normally there's a bit of bounce on the ropes that might dull the impact of those smacks across the chest to their opponent, but in the corner there is nowhere for Asuka to go. Pinned between the steel cables and China on that maneuver as the fight spills out to the floor. Tables count anywhere, and the desks of the commentary teams do count. As China is clearing one off here. If she puts Asuka through that, that is a legal table in this matchup. Trying to fight it. China trying to end things. Asuka trying to fight back. Once again, next to this table, set up in the ring. Asuka looking to put China down and out with a power bomb. Before she can turn toward the table, China fights free. Oh, what a shot. Chyna's got Asuka set up here. This can do it. Oh, big clothesline knocks her near the table, but not through it. That looks to have damaged the table in the ring, but did not put Asuka through the table. So the match continues. Chyna, meanwhile, has a knockout maneuver in mind. And here it comes. Chyna thinking pedigree. Oh! Asuka knocked out against the canvas, but that's not going to win the matchup for Chyna. Into a powerbomb position now. Oof. Oh my gosh. Asuka just laid out there. Hasn't moved. Unless Chyna wants her to move. Looks to be thinking, oh, I thought she was going Boston Crab. Goes giant swing through the table. Chyna, your winner. A finish we've not seen before. What a combination. Pedigree, powerbomb, giant swing. Here it comes. Bashing her face through the table. Blam! What a creative way to end it.
Here is your winner, the Night Wonder of the World, Chyna!
Legitimately, that was awesome. Hits her with her finish, power bombs her to make sure she's knocked out and in position to be picked up for that giant swing. And then on each rotation, getting closer to the table before she bashes her face through it. That was awesome. I'd love to see that in a real match. Unfortunately, it didn't start a feud between them. Had a good match, though. Thanks for coming out. 3.5-star banger. No matchup. All right, or no feud. Bummer. No feud. We're trying. We're trying. Great match. Rivalry 2. They're just going to talk each other into the ring. I'm so glad we have this on the back burner, this Stone Cold Mr. McMahon thing. Because a lot of the other rivalries we're trying to spark are failing. Okay, McMahon Stone Cold at 2. We have 4 rivalries on the go. 1 second. It takes me a while to scroll all the way down my match listings since we're at the end of the season. An excellent promo from Stone Cold calling out Vince. Next week, Vince is going to call out Stone Cold. Okay, got to simulate this one because we fixed the match for Toni Storm, as this is a non-title match with the champions, the Hartwell Foundation. We're going to see if Bad Weather and the Hartwell Foundation can get involved in a feud one last time.
1, 2, 3.
Big win for Toni Storm and Rhea Ripley. Mediocre, but it started a feud. That's fine. 2 stars. It's fine to be 2 stars. 2 stars. Rivalry 1. That's all I wanted to happen. Now I can put them against each other for these next 2 weeks. Okay. Rivalry 1. LVL 1. Storm and Ripley versus Hartwell and Natalya. I mean, it's Neidhart, but she doesn't have a last name in this universe. Okay, started our tag feud for our tag champs, Hartwell and Natalya finally. Charity promo from Shayna Baszler is okay, still nets us 5,000 fans. Thank you, Shayna. Mid-card match between Mickie James and Becky Lynch. We get to spectate. Once again, trying to spark a feud. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Man, I can't believe the Asuka Chyna thing didn't spark a feud. They had like the fighting style things clicking and everything. All right, here comes Mickie. Oh, Mickie, you so fine. You so fine. You kick all the time. I don't know how you kick with those long, long pant legs.
The following contest is a tables match. Making her way to the ring from Richmond, Virginia, Mickie James.
Hall of Famer Mickie James. Making her way to the ring. Waiting for the entrance of the man. Waiting for the man to come around. And take your time. And why aren't you saying her name?
And
Holy moly.
from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch.
That took forever. Okay. Down to the ring for this one. Rest your champions this week, and they're all involved in matches. No thanks, Trips. It's towards WrestleMania season. We got to get all hands on deck as much as we can. It's an awkward build, but we'll get there. By now, you should know the rules. Only way to win is to put your opponent through a table. Anything else goes. Mickie James already orange in the arm department based on the very focused offense of Becky Lynch. In the opening minutes of this contest, Mickie James might have an arm injury here. Big shout out to all of our contracted talent for volunteering for the medical procedure that implants this health tracker. Smaller than a grain of white rice. Goes in the back of the neck. Much like you're microchipping your pet at home. That allows us this live look at the approximated condition of various areas of the body of our athletes here. One of the many innovations we bring you as you stroll down the gnarly wrestling aisle in its third generation here. The GWA, the only wrestling promotion with 3 silent letters for its acronym. As the fight is spilled out to the floor, tables do count anywhere, so if Becky were to set up that table outside the ring and then put Mickie James through it, I believe that still counts as a victory. Mickie James, severely damaged arms now. Medical staff at ringside getting a little tense in their seats. Buttholes clenched, as Mickie James may have broken one or both arms in this contest, thanks to the onslaught of Becky Lynch, a very focused onslaught, wearing down the arms of Mickie for an attempt at the disarm her, which will not win Becky the matchup. That table will. Becky introduces it into the ring, and Mickie James scoops it right up and places it into the corner after bouncing it off Becky Lynch's skull. Lynch slow to her feet. James taking advantage of that. Damaged arms or not, Mickey's trying to fight her way back into this thing. Still fairly early into the contest, and despite the pain she must be feeling in one or both arms, Mickie James fights on, trying to get Becky positioned just so towards that table in the corner, kind of opposite at the moment. All right. Head scissor takeover over to the corner by Mickie James. Signature counter sequence. Into the chit kick from Mickie James. Excuse me, the Mick kick. And down goes Becky. Somehow able to absorb that impact. Just fighting on instinct at this point. Sometimes you get knocked out, sometimes you get knocked in. Becky Lynch coming alive with that stiff kick to the face for Mickie James here. Fighting her way back into this tables match. James still has something cooking. Lynch also. Both ladies have a potential finisher at the ready. Lynch not satisfied with one table in the ring. In comes table numero dos. El Hijo del Table. Set it up in another corner. Half of the corner is now occupied by tables, and the DDT by Mickie James. Oh, thought she was going to try to drive her through the table in the corner. Didn't quite make it. The neck breaker now. Becky Lynch stunned. Mickie James looking for that knockout shot. Trying to position her just so. Trying to maneuver Becky Lynch into position to get through that table. Becky Lynch able to fight out pretty quickly. Fighting near the ropes between the two tables. Nice Beck exploder suplex. Puts Mickie in the proper corner. Becky going to work here, trying to get Mickie against that table. Oh, into the disarmer. Mickey's going to tap here, but it's not going to do anything. It's not going to end the match. It's just going to end her torment, if only momentarily. Mickie James in a big bad way here, thanks to those heavily damaged arms. Becky Lynch just jaw-jacking her opponent. And waiting for her to stand, it seems. Just doing the old soft shoe in the meantime, standing at the ready. Bit of life for Mickie James. Becky Lynch doesn't like that. Battling ever closer to this table in the corner. Becky maintaining her advantage in this matchup, but not quite able to get Mickie James positioned like she needs her. Mickie James seemingly defenseless, but here we go, here we go. Ripcord. Oh, Mickie able to float over. Oh, into another Mick kick. Down goes Becky. James now trying to figure something out in regards to all these tables in the ring. Thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it. Now she's stuck in the ready position as Becky starts to stand. Oh, whipped into the corner is Mickie. Becky looking to capitalize and end this thing right away. Exploder. Mickie blocks it. Mickie James with a DDT, not the finishing variety, just a stiff DDT for Mickie James. Looking for a third table now. We got two set up in two of the corners of the ring. Mickie looking for a third. Crowd wants tables and you got them. They are all over the place in this one. Mickie James ran out of time. Butterfly suplex by Becky Lynch, who's back to her feet. Becky perhaps going for table number 3, thinks better of it. Gets whipped into the corner by Mickie James, looking to end things. Drops her against the table, but not through it. Once again, whipped into the table in the corner is Lynch. Mickie James looking to put her through. Gets countered, double counter. Into the exploder suplex. Another beautiful toss by Lynch. Back and forth these ladies go. One of the most competitive tables matches I've seen in a while. A lot of well thought out scientific wrestling between all these table attempts. Trying to get the proper advantage as Mickie James bounces another table off the head of Becky Lynch. 4 technically involved at ringside. 2 set up in the corners. 2 outside the ring. In this anything goes tables match. Put together to try to spark a feud between these 2 ladies in time for WrestleMania. Fingers crossed. Much like we're crossing our fingers at Naomi and Charlotte, that thing takes root. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do some creative booking. Becky creates a little time and space for herself, back into the ring. Now, mocking Mickie James, who herself enters the ring just in time to eat a manhandle slam from Becky Lynch. Mickie James laid out, Becky Lynch looking for a table. Plenty around ringside to choose from. Mickie James down and out, Becky Lynch. All the time in the world to set this up. Where's she going? Center of the ring. Up goes the table. Boom goes the dynamite. On the disarmer from Becky Lynch to Mickie James, who is once again going to be forced to tap out here. But that is not going to end the match. That is just going to hurt Mickie James, and I think Becky Lynch is fine with that. Setting her up against the end of the table now. Trying to walk her all the way around to the center of the table to put her through it properly is Becky Lynch, but Mickie James is fighting back for all she's worth. Has 3 finishes charged as Mickie James. A well-placed Mick kick could knock Becky backwards through the table. Becky looking like she's on her last legs, however, here. Fighting back on pure instinct. Like we said, one of the most competitive tables matches we've seen in our company's history. Up and over goes Mickie James into that DDT. But right back on the attack is Becky. Mickie bounces off the table. This can do it. Oh! Forearm strike by Lynch, driving Mickie James through the table, and we finally have an end to this one. Hopefully, this isn't the end of their hostilities. Plenty of opportunities to put one another through the table in this one. Nice overhead shot of that manhandle slam toward the end of the match.
Here is your winner, Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch picking up a big win. How'd we do? 3 stars and a rivalry. Good stuff. 3 stars. Rivalry 1. Okay, Becky Lynch, Mickey James. Becky Lynch versus a Mickey James. Okay, now I have 1, 2, 3, 6 rivalries in the company. Looking for lucky number 7. Coming up soon. All right, Becky Lynch beats Mickey James. Rivalry starts. They have a decent match about it. Fantastic. Liv Morgan cuts a weak promo. I've never seen that before. Cuts a weak promo. Rivalry goes up to 4, though. So Liv Morgan Shotzi ready to go for the pay-per-view. That might be our opener. Level 4. Currently our hottest feud. Okay. And then our main event we must simulate because there's a run-in. This was a requested tag match with Raquel and Bianca teaming up. Bianca's involved with a feud with Mia Yim. Naomi and Raquel just feuded. The Bruiser Giant Cruiser Fighter works on both sides. And there's a run-in from Charlotte Flair on Mia Yim. So I've involved a lot of popular folk. And hopefully Naomi and Charlotte Flair start their feud. That's all I got.
2, 3.
I don't know who's going to win here. The bad guys win. 3-star match. No feud started. Bummer. So nothing for my champ to do on the biggest show of the year so far. 3 stars. No feud. Okay. Let's skip all their stuff. Look at this nonsense. Again, they've been feuding over the belt since the beginning of the season. Like they've been feuding against each other this whole time. Simulate. Good booking. Good booking. That's all we needed. Belair and Raquel are a great tag team. We lost 30,000 fans. Okay. And they lost 16,000. So they gained 14,000 fans on us there by having a better show. Okay. There you go. We're up on them by 189,000 fans. With 2 weeks to go. Buffalo, New York, 2 weeks until WrestleMania. 1 second. Let's go ahead and get some stuff down here. I told you Belair and I really hit it off as a team. Thanks for pairing us up. We're looking forward to the next tag match. Probably not going to have one, to be perfectly honest. Did you hear the crowd last week? And we got our first win. I knew Bianca and I would kill it. Just keep putting us in tag matches. You also proved yourself when you gave me that title shot. Thanks for giving me the respect I deserve. Hey, Sonny, you've seen I've been working on putting in. I know I can do more. I'm ready to run a main event match. I know the fans will be excited for it. It would mean a lot to me, and for my career, I'm the man. What do you say? Okay. Becky Lynch. This is a risk because it's a level 1 feud. Becky Lynch versus Mickey James. The main event. Okay. Perfect. I'll let you down. So, main event, 1-on-1. Becky Lynch, Mickey James. Easy peasy. Regular old match. Commissioner goal. Do not put Naomi in a match this week for free crew booking. Any other promises? Becky Lynch main events. Did it. I'm not putting Naomi in a match. You know why? Because I'm having Charlotte Flair call out Naomi. Check. And then I'm having Naomi call out Charlotte Flair. I'm going to try to double book their feud as quick as I can. And I'm also doing a call out promo with Vince calling out Austin, as we've been doing. So 3 call outs as we book our next show. Okay. Charlotte to Naomi. Call out Naomi to Charlotte. That still technically fulfills the need to not have Naomi in the ring this week. And then Vince calls out Stone Cold. Call out, call out, call out. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Call out, call out, call out. Becky wants to main event. Whoops. I would like to put our tag team champions in against their challengers again. In this, a feud, just a regular old matchup. What else need be serviced here? So I don't know if that's going to be the final order other than Becky Lynch, Mickie James. I also don't know if it's going to have a stipulation yet. Probably not based on their stamina is decent, so that is turned into another tables match. Tables rematch in the main event. This is a feud, another non-title feud. Stamina for Ripley's pretty low, so it's just going to be a match. What's my... Oh yeah, don't put Naomi in a match, no problem. I'd already planned not to. What cards do I have on offer? TLC, yes please. Extreme Rules match, yes please. Fixed match, yes please. Hellspot 3. Might use that next week, depending on how Naomi's doing. Or how Charlotte's doing. We'll see. So long as they can get into a ring at the pay-per-view, I don't care if they get hurt at WrestleMania. Because there is, like, at that point, there is no tomorrow. I know that might sound callous, but from the video game perspective, if they can work a WrestleMania match, and it's a Hell in a Cell, and they get, you know, like, their leg falls off, whatever. They got to WrestleMania and had their leg fall off. You know, not the worst thing in the world. Okay, I gotta bring up my list of feuds over on this side. Just a second here. So I can see what I'm really working with. So Shotzi and Liv is already at a 4. I'm going to leave them off of this show. So they get a little bit of a break. Mia Yim and Bianca Belair is at a 3. Shayna Baszler and Kaylee Ray is at a 3. So I'm going to put right here. Can I do... Watch this. Can I do... Shayna. Wow, my most popular heel right now. Shayna and... What's the other half here? Shayna and Belair against Mia Yim and Kaylee Ray. That's actually a heck of a tag match because that's two feuds rolling together. 85, 81, 60, 58. So half of that is pretty good. Tables match 68, 75. 78, 69, 56, 56. Even though that's a feud. This one I think might be better. These, that's unfortunate. 85, 81, 60, 58. 60, 75, yeah. And then try to do something here. That's just me mushing two things together that are two feuds at level 3 to give them a week to do kind of, not nothing, but a week off, and then next week we'll try to bump them up to a 4. Nothing else is going to be ready in time, it looks like. So I could spin that off. Like I could split off half of this. Let me put Shayna. Hang on, Shayna. Oh, so I could start doing stuff like, let me put Shayna in with a less popular star, for example, Shayna and Sammy. She's feuding with Kaylee Ray, and we'll put Xia Li in here instead. So now in 85, 56, 52, 58. See, now that's looking a lot better to not be the opener. Like it looks better here versus that. So the most popular person is Shayna Baszler, and they're on opposite sides. She's technically in a feud with Kaylee Ray. This is kind of like spinning the wheels a little bit while keeping them relevant on television, basically. So that's a level 3 thing that we're leaving alone, which leaves Mia Yim and Bianca Belair to have a match here, if we so desire. So let's get that going. 60, 81. Yeah, that's better than those. Becky wants the main event. She can have it. It's okay if this match is better than this, I think. I just need this match not to be as good as this. and this match should be better than this. Which I think we're okay. I think we got it. Yeah, there's nothing I really want to do here. Unless I want to turn that into something. Tables match. Normal, tables. 90 stamina versus 58. I don't need any more run-ins or anything like that. Oh, they're both good at tables matches. Okay, so if I do 3 tables, it's not like the smartest thing in the world because they might get like burnt out on them, but the only worry is that this tag match with nothing going off for it will do better than this because Shayna Baszler is more popular than everybody else in this match and this match. But I can't not give Becky Lynch this main event. 60, 81, 85, 56, 52, 58, 78, 69, 56, 56. Yeah, I'm more comfortable with this lineup as it is. The thing that's slowing us down is these two here not being like Charlotte has run in on Naomi twice now and it's not helped ignite a feud between them. So now they're just getting on the mic. Hopefully, if that's at a 2-star by the time we're out of this show, I'm going to be real happy. Trying to get that to a 4. Our other level 4 feud, we're leaving off for a week. Trying to get that to a 2. That's spinning our wheels because the Shayna Baszler and Kaylee Ray portions of that are in a level 3 feud and the other halves are just taking up space. This is a level 1 that we're trying to get to something else. They have a decent stamina, so I don't mind the tables there. That's a tables just to be a thing. Because Shayna Baszler's are still at a 49. Like, I don't want to do too much because I still got to get him back active. Power cards. Who could use a health spa? Who can use a health spa? Take a little time. Yeah, trying to put on a good match, but they're not really like clicking, you know? Nobody in a feud is off the show. Oh no, sorry. Liv Morgan is, but she's already at a 70. Yeah, so here and here. Leaving Shotzi off should be fine. Like, I don't have a problem there. Okay. Let's see what I can do logistics-wise. Okay, so I can get up to that by having that many rivalries. Excuse me one second. Alright, sorry about that. Just had to deal with something with the cat. Okay. Let's see. So I can get the tiniest bonus, so I'm going to not bother, and I'll just get the big arena again. How are we doing here? Stage building crew. All that. Ooh! Our weakest advertising campaign of all the times. What do we got? 70 or more with different... Yeah, it's the different promo types that's killing us, because it's all call-outs this week. Call out, call out, call out. So again, we're not going to get the bonuses we really want. That's a 13 versus a... Technically, that's a better show quality rating. Plus extra popularity. Shoot. Sorry again, 1 second. I can hear him. Alright, sorry about that. Just finalizing some stuff here. Okay, what does the GM want this? Or the... Do not put Naomi in a match. I get a free crew booking done. Promises. I promised her the main event. She's having it. Let's see if I've written all this down properly. Okay, match 1. You know him, you love him. It's a tables match. Sorry, my legs cramped something fierce. I'm going to get off cam. Alright, mic's still on. I'm going to have to stand up, so you wouldn't see me anyway. But I'll get the mic stand up here so you can hear me at least. Okay, so I'm writing down this tables match between MyGM versus Bianca Belair. Hoping to put that feud over the top. Not Belair. Charlotte calling out Naomi. We're gonna run that back later. Ripley and Storm versus Natalya and Indy. Continuing that feud, hopefully. Another tables match in the semi-main with Shayna and Sammy against Zaya and Kaylee Ray. Just to spin our wheels a little bit between Shayna and Kaylee Ray. Naomi calling out Charlotte. And then a tables main event. Becky Lynch and Mickie James, technically in a feud. And Becky Lynch requesting the main event spot. Boink, there we go. So, logistics-wise, I'm doing everything I can. I'm going to go all bonus, as much bonus as I can. So bonus. Yeah. Not our biggest show, but we'll get there. We are getting there. Okay, no power cards. We purchased them all, but we're not playing anything this week. Who can I health spa? Yeah, the only person that's really worth it to health spa would be Shotzi, who's at a 47, but she has the week off anyway. And like I said, if you get hurt at the pay-per-view, I'm not too upset, because there's no tomorrow after that. Like, that's it. Okay, I'm satisfied with this as our week 48 show. It is a messy build to WrestleMania, I don't mind telling you. It is a messy build. So, now that we've done all that, let me get myself front and center, so I can thank everybody for watching, no matter where or when you happen to be. Wishing everybody out there chill vibes and clear skies. And if you find yourself in possession of a plethora of positive energy, please share it if you can spare it. And don't forget about your old pal, the Silent G, Rad Gnarly, saying so long for now. We are going to be back on the air Friday afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern Time to keep on creeping on in Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen as we roam the countryside, basically just like murdering for fun. Well, not for fun, but like in service of a lot of quests that have us walking up and down the same pathways. Okay, let's see, before we get out of here, who's live and who could use a little raidy-do? There we go. Send off that raid. Thanks very much, Ooh, for hanging out. Hope you're having a good day, buddy. See you Sunday night for some more Solasta. And everybody else, I'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully. Ta-ta for now.